Sasami-chan asks a shitload of questions. Who would place first, second, third in a contest of lifting and tossing heavy things? Maud, Pie, Big Mac, Bulk, and Rainbow Dash. I'll answer these in order because I can't read them all and then do them. Maud, Pie, Big Mac, Bulk. Well, Maud Pie would win the contest of lifting and tossing heavy things if it was rocks. I have a funny feeling that it's only rocks she can be bothered to lift. If it was not a rock, she's just like, I don't feel like it. Big Mac would do kind of well, but a cake caused him trouble, which is weird, so I don't know. Maybe he's pretending in that scenario. Bulk, I'm not even sure whether he's actually strong at all. He yells a lot, but he can't fly very well. Rainbow Dash is much smaller than the rest of them, so she'd be fourth. So I guess Maud Pie would be first, Big Mac second, Bulk third. No, Bulk would be second and Big Mac would be third, and Rainbow Dash would be fourth because she's a small pony. But Maud is somehow small and also really strong. I don't know. If you could create a new MLP series in the same universe as the current series, but can't use the main 6, who would the show be about and what would be the setting? Well, it would be the CMC. It doesn't have to be the main 6, you know. It could be the main 3. It could be the CMC, and supporting characters could be Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon, and, you know, the kids. The kids would grow up and that would be their story. What would make a good Equestrian Girls plot? Well, one that doesn't suck. I don't really know. It's just, you know, there's not much that you could restrict, because if you could have demons in the first one, you could do anything, really. The fact that it's in high school doesn't really change anything, if you could put demons and zombies into the first film, so do whatever you like, I say, as long as it's good. I don't know what would make a good one, but as long as it doesn't suck. If you could add a new sharp to the box of Lucky Charms shape, Lucky Charms, what shape would you add? I'm not American, so we don't have Lucky Charms over here, so I don't really care. Probably a spade, like the suit, the spade. They probably already have a spade. If ponies drove cars that fit their personalities, what car would each pony own? There's a lot of ponies. I guess I'll just say the main 6. Fluttershy would drive a little beetle. Rainbow Dash would obviously compensate for everything by us owning like a Ferrari or a really fast something or other. Twilight would have sort of a sciencey car that's sort of good for holding large quantities of books, I suppose. Rarity would have like the most fashionable car, not necessarily the fastest, but it wouldn't have a roof. That's what I know. That's what I'm thinking of. It would have a detachable roof. What do you call them? The things? It would be an old classic, beautiful car. And then who else is there? Applejack would own a truck, obviously, because that's handy and she's very practical. I always forget one of them. 6 ponies, and I always think of 5, and then I think, who's the 6th one? Oh, it's Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie would have a clown car that, instead of wheels, it had pogo sticks. There you go. What sounds more interesting, Luna's Colt or Luna's Cult? Well, Luna's Colt, is that her son, or is it just some kid she kidnapped? Colt-napped. Or Luna's Cult, where people worship Luna. Sounds more interesting, Luna's Cult, I suppose. And if I haven't put text up on the screen, I guess you'll never know what I actually mean. Why did you and your brother start TBAP? Because I'm not part of TBAP. There's 2 other brothers. My brothers did a parody of TBAP. Yeah. Is that a joke? Oh, okay. If Discord offered you one wish, what would you wish for? I don't know. Depends on what I want at the time. If I was hungry, I'd just wish for a nice meal. How many llamas can you fit standing next end to end on a British football field? End to end? Well, a llama is like... How big is a llama? Like a meter and something long? Maybe 2 meters long? I don't fucking know. Why do cats purr? Because they're either happy or they just enjoy it. They enjoy purring. Is light a wave or a particle? I'd like to think it's a particle. From what I learned in science, it could be either. And there's a discussion on... Well, not a discussion. Maybe it's a discussion on whether it's a particle or a wave. I think it's a particle because of the thing where they shoot a photon one at a time. I mean, if it's a wave... Oh, it's weird. It's like... What's it called? Quantum physics, you know? It could be both. Because light is so fast, a particle moves fast enough for it to be a wave. What do I know? I don't actually remember much of this stuff from school. What causes rocks to sail across the desert floor? Earthbending? What is worse, ignorance or a path? Well, ignorance is ignorance, and a path is just like a place where you walk, so I'd prefer walking on a path than ignorance. I mean, who wouldn't? What is a person from your home country called? Oh, like Britain? He's a Briton. He's a Brit. He's an Englishman. I guess American. America and American. We've got English, or England and English. So he's English, he's an Englishman. I guess that's it. Should I tell me parents I am adopted? No. Leave them in the dark. If I eat myself, would I get twice as big or disappear completely? I answered this question very early on. You would disappear completely. When will you tell the world your secret identity? When I have one. Would all Americans have the right to arm bears? If you just said bears instead of bears, then that would have been funny. But, no. Some Americans should have the right to arm bears, and some shouldn't. Why a duck? Why not a chicken? 'Cause, you know, ducks are more tasty. And I know some people are like, what? Chicken's great, but no, duck's better. Roast duck, Chinese Peking duck, it's fucking the best. What does God need with a starship? He doesn't. Whatever happened to predictability, the milkman, the paperboy, evening TV? No, I don't know what you mean. You're just being an idiot. Is it safe? No, the world is very dangerous. Who wants a flugelhorn? Pinkie Pie. Do ducks quacks echo? If they are in a place where echoes happen, yes. Twilight Princess or Princess Twilight? Princess Twilight, because I haven't played that game. What are the names of the sheep that were in that walking outside video you did? One of them was called Frank. The other one was not. What's that guy with the glasses member do you relate to? Spoony, actually, very much. But he's not really part of that guy with the glasses anymore, so I don't know. Do you read Heavenly Nostrils? No, I do not. Do you like good music? No, I hate good music. Have you ever been face down in the mud and kicked in the head with an iron boot? Of course not. No one has. Forget I asked. All right, I'll forget you asked. Have you ever sat in a cockpit before? Not in that way. Do you like gladiator movies? I like Gladiator. Isn't that the only one? Why did Cartoon Network take off Young Justice and put on Teen Titans, but then make the bad version of Teen Titans than not the ones the fans wanted? Because sometimes people don't know anything. What's a good idea for MLP Season 5? For Celestia to have an episode all to herself, just by herself doing a thing. You know, maybe with an assistant or a guard or something, but none of the main 6. Will they ever stop making Simps Ones episodes? No. Why do birds suddenly appear? 'Cause, you keep coming close. Heh, there, I finished the reference for you. Are you doing more of those funny compilation videos? Yes. What awards would you give to various baronies from YouTube? If there are any baronies out there, I would give them no awards, because they've already got a reward, which is that they are now a baron, and that is a high sort of position, I think. What is the best kind of hat? A bowler hat. What pony would you have for dinner? No, I mean invite over for dinner. Who would eat a pony for dinner? I would probably have Twilight over for dinner, because she'd have stuff to talk about. Although she might just read at the table, which is very rude. Who would eat a pony for dinner? Probably Pinkie Pie, I don't know. Should we genetically engineer a horn to a horse so that we can at last have unicorns? Well, they can't do magic, so that would just be a very painful horse. Like, if that horse headbutted you, you would be hurt. It's just like adding spikes to a turtle. You don't need to do it. What's that behind you? It's my chair. If you could remake any movie with all the pony cast, who would play each role? Everyone would be a bread roll. What do you know about echidnas? I know that Knuckles is an echidna, and I know that they have weird penises. Why? Well, why not? Who's a silly pony? You are. And that's all I have to say about that. Well, that's all? How many questions was that? Sasami-chan. Well, anyway, next one. Naya Wusipiti asks, how awesome are you on a scale from 1, a brony, to 10, Macho Man Randy Savage? I'm probably 6. Yeah, that's fair. Kenwood Brony asks, do you think you'll ever get bored of the fandom and leave? No, because leaving the fandom is kind of a ridiculous notion. You know, I could get bored with what the fandom does. I could get bored with the show, but I still enjoyed the show at some point, so I'm always going to be a fan. You know, I'm always going to enjoy what was once good, if it starts to be shit. And if nothing else, I could be the only good thing in the fandom if it comes to that. If everybody else becomes shit, then I'll be the best part of the fandom, and everybody will come back for me. But, you know, I don't think I'll ever leave, because that's silly. Volcano9669 asks, name of the song, Mambo No. 5. Why the name Gibbontake? Cause the thing I said earlier. Why you so random? Because... Or why the name Gibbontake? Because of You Can't Hurry Love by What's-Her-Face. Why you so random? I'm not. I'm actually very... I actually think about what I do very, you know, concisely. It seems random, but that's because so many people have very low levels of creativity. Seems like, whoa, what's that? You know, it's funny, it's interesting, it's cool, it's me. Why MLP ponies are sexier with shoes? Are they? I haven't noticed that. Pony plus brony minus gummy equals a question mark. That's true, I don't know what that means either. What is your secret with your hair? It grows out of my head. When making videos, do you force yourself to make jokes or are they coming naturally? All the jokes come naturally. If I don't feel a joke is working, though, I cut it out, because it came naturally at some point, but later down the line it doesn't really translate well into voice acting. You know, saying it out loud doesn't really translate well sometimes, so I cut jokes out, but all the jokes that I ever write come naturally. They're like, yeah, or, you know, whatever. What is magic behind universe? Friends, magic, or something else? The magic behind the universe is that it's so big, and there's so much stuff in it, that you can't even comprehend what it is. Your favorite person and item is... My favorite person? I don't have a favorite person. I guess I like my bro, and I mean all of my bro. My bros where I say, you're my bro, but my actual brothers as well. They're really cool. An item? My guitar. I always like having the guitar around to play guitar. That's like one of my hobbies. Just instead of playing video games, I just sit down with a guitar and play it. And it's just fun, like, yeah, I'm playing it. What kind of activities makes you happy in life? Well, guitar. Also, making videos and uploading them and seeing the reaction makes me happy. Except when the reaction is, oh, you're not as good as you used to be. But you know, stuff happens. Try telling us as clearly as possible in your own words why making YouTube videos is so fun way to spend free time. Well, the reason it is because YouTube is where anything goes, basically. You can do anything you want, and you can get it out to a lot of people very easily. So, it's basically the same as doing, you know, making anything. Like, if you draw a picture, and it's fun drawing the picture, and you enjoy seeing people enjoy it, then that makes you happy. So with videos, it's basically, with YouTube, it's basically just that with videos. If you ever made videos, and you showed it to your parents, and they're like, oh, that's pretty good, you know, if they gave you the video camera, and you went around, and you made something, and they were happy with it, they thought it was good, and you were like, yeah! It's basically that feeling, but on a much, much bigger scale, much grander. But also with people who could very easily just say, fuck off. Your videos are shit. So it's sort of a double-edged sword, but it's fun because you can do whatever you want. You know, there's no rules to YouTube. I mean, you know, you can't be an asshole. You can't be hate speeching. But it's just, you put in and then you get out what you get out, which is stuff. Also, you can get paid for it, but that's less of an interesting, you know, reason why YouTube is good, because, you know, I could get paid doing other things, but YouTube is fun because because of the things I just said. I don't know. Quasar Booster asks, what is your favorite element of the periodic table? What was that song again? That song was Mambo No. 5. What is your favorite element in the periodic table? Cesium, because it reminds me of Julius Caesar. Wheatley Alpuan asks, best pony princess. Pony princess... See, I don't want to say Luna, because Luna's usually the favorite. But I don't really care for Celestia that much, and Cadence is boring, and Twilight is okay. So I guess it's Luna. Big Leprechaun asks, smooth or crunchy peanut butter? I don't like peanut butter. Randomized Moonlight asks, have you ever watched Blackadder? On a scale to 1 to Fluffle, How fluffy would you rate your hair? What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite number? Did you know that there is a funky alligator living in the pocket dimension under your bed that only opens on the 187th day of every 14th leap year? I have watched Blackadder. Some of it. On a scale of 1 to fluffle, how fluffy would you rate your hair? It's kind of fluffy. It's less fluffy when I wash it. Not when I wash it, when I get it wet, you know, it just sort of becomes sort of flat. But then when it gets dry, it goes What's your favorite ice cream? Chocolate ice cream. What is your favorite number? Number 9. Did you know that there is a funky alligator living in blah blah blah? There isn't, because my bed is raised off the ground. It's weird, my bed is not on the ground like most beds. It is a bunk bed, but without the underneath bunk. In fact, where I am right now is where the underneath bunk would be. It's the only way I can fit a computer in my room. So, if there was a funky alligator living in a pocket dimension under my bed, I would probably be able to see it. Sasami-chan asks, one more thing, and only you can tell me. What did the gibbon take, and why did the gibbon take what the gibbon took? The gibbon take your money, and your time, and your patience. But he took it because he needs that to make videos. Why Taken Not Sure asks, what's your favorite video game? What other shows do you like, dogs or cats? Dogs are hilarious, but cats are cute. At least the cat I have. Dogs can be cute as well. I don't know, I don't own a dog, so I don't know, but I like my cat. What other shows do you like? Lots of shows. There is lots of shows. I like them. Oh, one show I've been watching recently, it's been airing, is Fargo, which is like a TV adaptation of the original thing. If you've seen the Coen brothers film Fargo, it's basically that, but more information on what happened, like spread out. It's more true to the real story of the murders that happened, and it's really very well done. It's got the guy, what's his face, who played Watson and Bilbo in the new Hobbit movies. I don't know his name, but he's in there, and he's a very good actor, and he's very good. Favorite video game? Sonic Heroes? Not really. But I feel I'm getting to the point where I need a break, so I'm gonna have a break like so. Okay, and welcome to part 2 of the Q&A, or part 3, I have no idea. I'm probably gonna cut these up into 1-hour segments. Kenwood Brony asks, can I become well known in the fandom, or is it too late? Well known in the fandom? Too late? I don't know. Why would you think it would be too late? I mean, the fandom's still going. It may be less of a huge thing, but it's only slightly less of a huge thing. There's so many bronies out there. It wouldn't take long to become famous. I got there in like a few months, and I'm not actually really famous. I guess I'm reasonably well known in the niche that I'm in. So it's never too late to become well known, but you may as well think about the reason. You should think about why you want to become well known. I wanted to become well known so that I could make money. So be like me. It's all about the money. Lipifout asks, what is love? It is a chemical reaction designed to make humans want to spend time with each other and then make babies. Or is that lust? I don't know. Hayoni123 asks, why is your hair so magical? I don't know, it's just hair. I mean, it grows. It grew a lot. If anybody, I don't know. I don't know what people see in it. I mean, it's nice, I like it. It's poofy. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because I have poofy hair and nobody else does in the entire world. Or maybe everybody's too scared to have long hair nowadays and they just cut it all. They're like, oh, but I'm a guy, I can't have long hair. Long hair's not in fashion. Well, fuck off. It's in fashion when I say it's in fashion. Big Gamer 2525 asks, praise the Lord, gabeneth? I don't know what that is. Wobby Brony asks, which character do you think has better development considering the design, the backstory, its personality, its hopes, its fears, and all that shit? Better development. Well, which pony has come the furthest? I think Fluttershy has, really. You know, at the beginning she could barely talk, and now she can, you know, she can do a lot of things. She can be sassy, she can, you know, put people down, she can break up arguments, she can be stern, she can use the stare on command, she can talk, she can sing, for fuck's sake. I mean, she's done a lot. This for somebody who's started off so helpless. I mean, the rest of them, you know, they're doing fine, but Fluttershy's definitely developed the most. Otail asks, do you regret saying that you'd answer all of them? Well, yes and no. For one thing, my throat is sore, but I had a break, and it's not so bad anymore, but... well, yeah, I mean, if I don't answer all of them, what would be the point of inviting questions? In the future, I might do mini Q&As. You know, like, ask me some questions and I'll answer the most interesting one. But for now, this is just like your chance to know everything you want to know about me, and after this I probably won't, you know, bother with another Q&A because they're kind of annoying to do, but maybe people enjoy them, you know? And also, whenever I participate in a Q&A for somebody else, my question never gets picked, and I hate that. So I want it to be so that everybody who asks their question gets at least an answer, even if it's not very good or very helpful, even if it's just, I don't know, you know, at least I acknowledge it, because I just don't like it when people skip over my question. Kairi Yaju asks, what is your social security number and your bank account information? My social security number is 11111111111F, and my bank account information is locked up in the bank. I can't access it. It's locked up. Matthew Geeksy asks, oh, what actually is wrong with you, Gibbon? Well, nothing. Pierre Hilaro asks, are you stupidly swag? Or why are you stupidly swag? See, questions like this, why are you so great? I'm like, I don't know how to answer, because how do you feel that I'm great? In what way am I great to you? Like, if you were more specific, I could give you an actual answer instead of saying, I don't know, I'm great, I'm swag, I'm fabulous. You know, it's just, what does that tell you? Nothing. You should think about asking better questions. Raygirl IORL asks, do you keep your hair and beard long enough to keep your good self warm? If so, how successful is it at keeping said self in state of warmness? It's very good. In fact, it's too good. It's why I'm thinking of cutting it. But during the winter, I can use it as a hat and a blanket. My head is wrapped permanently in a scarf. It's great. Also, if I bunch it up, I can use it as a pillow, so I can lie down on stone floors, if that's what I gotta do. You know, if there's hard surface, I can just put my hair into a bunch and use it as a pillow. So that's good, but not for long. I Moonlight Candescental asks, Gibbon, watch any pony dubs / think about making one? Pony dubs, I've watched the Mentally Advanced series. I guess that's a pony dub. And Jesse's what did he call it? I can't remember what he calls it, but he has one on his Drowning in Horseshoes channel, which is also very good. I like those. I never thought about making one. Well, I have thought about it, but I don't think I would, because, for one thing, I can't do very many voices, and for another thing, I can't really be bothered, because nobody really watches them unless they're amazing, like Friendship is Witchcraft, apparently. So, who cares? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Oily Valves asks, oh my god, I've been waiting for you to do another one of these for ages. Great! Also, nice announcement vid. My question is, how did you get the Luna plushie that can be seen sitting on your bed in one of your videos? The Luna plushie was given to me by my brother on Christmas Day. as a Christmas present. I did not expect it. It was really cool. It cost about 100 quid, or 60 quid. It was expensive-ish. So it wasn't that bad. It was great. It wasn't that bad, it was great. And I just enjoy it because it's well made for the price, and it's squidgy, and she's nice. She's a nice pony. So that's how I got it. Mukbera asks, MS Paint Adventures? Nice. Yes, it is nice. I think I've... Yes, it is MS Paint Adventures. Yes. Yes, it is. Her Random Vids asks, what shampoo do you use to make your hair so fluffy? I don't, really. I mean, it's just fluffy naturally. Fluffy and curly and frizzy. But it's really... I don't really take care of it very well. You know, I'm a guy. I'm not used to having long hair and keeping control of it and looking after it. So I just use just normal old Head and Shoulders shampoo. And occasionally just something that I have. It's nothing specific that makes it fluffy. King of Pyros MC asks, what is your true insanity? Oh, what is true insanity? True insanity is when you're really insane. Yeah. Lexi Watson asks, Gibbon, what is your favourite song? Now my favourite song is... what was that one? I can't remember the name of it. It's like... it's a White Stripes song. It's like... da 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 dun da da dun dun dun. La 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 da da dun dun bam 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 bam. You'll know what it is if you've heard it, but it's that one. That's the one. It's kind of a terrible answer, but there you go. Brown Rabbit asks, how is a raven like a writing desk? Well, a writing desk is a solid object, and a raven has solid parts, components, and a raven also has a beak, and desks also have beaks. So there, that's the one. Corpulent Brony asks, will you be my special somepony? Sure, but you won't be my very special somepony. Jacob Ellinger asks, Celestia or Luna? Luna or Celestia? I said Luna earlier, didn't I? I'll just say Celestia this time, because I really can't decide. They're just sort of... outside of the fandom, inside of the show, they're not really very well developed. What am I talking about? Kyle Towers asks, what was the last time you shaved and cut your hair? Well, a long time ago. I shaved in October and I cut my hair don't know when. S Productions 01 asks, did you like Frozen? Did you liked Frozen? And have you ever read Palomic's pony comic? Frozen was decent. I don't really care for it though. Have you ever read Palomic's pony comic? I don't know what that is. So, no, I haven't. Mr. Archimond asks, what is the music of death? The one that plays the funerals. Serious Bees asks, how many cyber sessions have you had with the Horseshoe Man? New MLP as shit, how do we fix it? Cyber sessions, Skype groups, calls, really the only ones I've had with him, aside from one time, was basically the horsecasts. But we've talked a lot on Skype, just text. So, I guess we're due for another one, but at the moment his Skype doesn't work because of his computer's being broken, and he's waiting for a new one. But when it's arrived, a horsecast shall happen. So that'll be cool. New MLP is shit, how do we fix it? Is it shit? I kinda like Season 4. Unless you know about Season 5 already, but I don't think so. But how to fix it? Use sellotape and a hammer. Ashley Rose asks, do you like the discorded ponies? They're pretty cool. I like Fluttershy, Fluttery. I don't know why people said Flutterbitch. That doesn't really... just Flutterbitch. Is that the only word you could think of? Fluttery is such a better... it's like Rye, W-R-Y, Rye. Look it up. Fluttery. I like that. You know? yeah, Fluttereye's good. I don't have names for the other ones. Pinkie Pie was kind of boring. I hate fun or whatever. Yeah, Jack the Liar was kind of interesting. I mean, that whole two-parter was interesting because of the ponies going backwards or the opposite. But Fluttereye is my favorite from that. So yeah. LPS Illusion asks, "Hi, my questions are: who is your favorite pony? Why are you so awesome? Can you get any awesomer? And I have a comment. Please, in the name of Celestia, stay awesome." Well, my favorite pony is Diamond Tiara. Why are you so awesome? Because I try. Can you get any awesomer? Yes. Fuck. Of course I can. I'm not very awesome at the moment. Please, in the stay awesome. Yeah, sure. Need for Sleep asks, "Did you like fruitcake and OS you name Peter?" What? "And do you have a cat? If so, fish or bananas?" What? Last one is your OC Earth Pony or Pegasus, and do you have a cutie mark? If not, why? Did you like fruitcake and so you name Peter? I don't know what that first question is at all. If you have a cat, if so, fish or bananas? Well, it's not a cat that likes fish. Well, the cat likes fish. She doesn't like bananas. But she is not a banana, nor is she a fish. She is a cat, so I don't know where bananas come in. Probably that meme again. The last one is your OC Earth Pony cutie mark. He doesn't have a cutie mark. And if not, why? I said earlier, he doesn't know what the hell he's good at. He doesn't know what his special talent is. Stephanie asks, "If you could become any animal, what animal would you be?" Don't say pony. Well, I wouldn't be a pony anyway, but I'd probably be something agile, like a gibbon. I mean, I like monkeys, and it would feel, you know, kind of normal to be a primate still, but a primate that can jump around in a tree and be very small. Or a cat, because then you get, you know, you'd be a cat and people would love you because you're a cat, for no other reason. Air Siren asks, "What is your dream in life?" My dream in life is to live. I don't actually have a real dream. Not really. Osaka Makun asks, "Do you like chocolate? Have you a rainbow in the sky? Have you seen a rainbow in the sky?" I do like chocolate, and yes, I have seen rainbows. Trackmaster4 asks, "What's the most morally wrong thing you've ever done and why?" Morally wrong? Well, I beat someone up when they didn't deserve it, and they were younger than me. But I was kinda young anyway, I was like 11. But I really shouldn't have done it. I got angry for no reason, because he was a little piece of shit. I can't exactly remember his name. I knew him, but he was like in a few years below me, and he was a piece of shit, and I hated him, so I punched him in the face, and I got in trouble. Even if I hadn't gotten in trouble, it would have been wrong, but it just made me feel really bad. Why did I do it? Because he's a piece of shit. He may still be a piece of shit, because he was one of those manipulative little fuckers that, well, you know, I'm not trying to justify my outburst, but it's one of those things. There's probably something else, but I can't think of it. Marcel Saldana asks, "What is your favourite colour of the alphabet? If it's potato, then how many aliens can you fit into your butt? Otherwise, do you have a special crush on someone you would like to crush?" Favourite colour of the alphabet? Rainbow, I said. If it's potato, well, it isn't. Then how many for there? Otherwise, do you have a special crush on someone you would like to crush? I like crushing paper cups. Styrofoam, like crunch, you know? That's the one. Matthew Babcock asks, "Do you play GTA 5? I do a bit, but not really enough to say that I play it. I just played it occasionally when it came out. My brothers were watching and it was fun, but I just don't usually play games. The Gaming Badger asks, "What's the strangest thing to happen to you as a YouTuber?" The strangest thing? Not really much on YouTube has happened that's that strange. I mean, I got popular, but is that really strange, you know? I'm me. That's to be expected. But, you know, I guess it was strange how some videos get removed from monetization and some don't. And it seems to happen in waves. And for some reason, some things that clearly are, you know, breaking copyright or being able to be seen by the copyright thing, they don't get flagged. But some other things where I'm really trying to be subtle and I try and hide it, that gets flagged anyway. It's just, I don't know how that thing works. But the whole copyright content ID thing is kind of strange anyway, so I don't know. Come Drago asks, I would like to start making videos. What mic would you recommend? The mic I have is a blue snowball. That's what it's called. It's pretty good. If you like the way my voice sounds, then you should probably get one of those, because it's not as expensive as a Blue Yeti. Yeah, Blue Yeti. Is that what they're called? Yeah, the Yetis. The Yeti mics are the ones that are really good, well, for most things, and they're kind of expensive. The blue snowball's a little more cheap, and it's basically the same. You can't tell much of a difference. But if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of money, I would still suggest getting a good mic, because having a bad mic just ruins your chances most of the time. So get at least a blue snowball, if not something more. Sorik Bowman asks, have you ever played Dungeons & Dragons or other tabletop RPGs? If so, is there a particular type of character you tend to play more than other class, race, personalities? Who is the Great Satan, and V or Emacs? I don't know what Vi or Emacs is, but Great Satan, Great Satin, Great Santa, Grape Santa. Great Satan is Grape Santa. Have you ever played Dungeons & Dragons? I played a version of Dungeons & Dragons without stats. It was just like a role-playing with some friends around a table. We had dice to say if you got a high enough number, something happened, but we didn't write down anything. It was just for fun. We weren't really into Dungeons & Dragons before that, and I don't think we would be afterwards, because most of the people, it's hard to organize a team to play, a group to play in the right time when everyone's free, because we're all university students and we all have stuff to do. But in RPGs, I tend to play either a defender tank type guy who can take loads of hits, or a guy who can do huge area of effect smashing boom damage, and it's really weak. I don't usually like rangers. It's usually just like a big muscly smash, take all the hits, or a guy who does all the hits. So yeah. Harrison James Leake asks, in all the live shots you make, there are really interesting things lying around in the background. Can you show us some of the random things you have? I could make a video on that at some point, like, here's some stuff I have. Look at this, look at that. I guess if you'd be more specific about, like, what you see, because I don't want to go through everything, because there's a lot. And also, in the finale review, I'm at my parents' garage. It's a nice garage. It's not for cars. It's just it's a cabin at the end of the garden. But it used to be a garage, and we made it all nice. And there's loads of stuff in the background. And I don't know whether you want me to talk about that, because most of it isn't mine. There's a record collection and lots of books and games and stuff. But yeah. I can show you some things. Maybe I'll make a video later. Pidus Like a Swag asks, how'd you make that animation thing in your review for whom the Sweetie Belle toils? Are you happy now that you've improved as an analyst and a YouTuber over the course of Season 4? How'd you discover this song, the Toy Story 2 OST, Andy's Neighborhood? Has anyone made any puns out of your name, and can I hear them? Animation thing. That was made in TV Paint, which is an animation program that my university uses, instead of Flash. I kinda like it. It's not an Adobe program, so it takes a while to get used to. Yeah, because a lot of the shortcuts are not, obvious. You have to figure it out. But once you're used to it, it's very powerful and very good. I didn't really use it to its full potential. Are you happy with how you've improved as an analyst? I think I have improved as an analyst. There are some times where I wasn't very good, and sometimes where I was brilliant, but I can't remember, which ones are which. because I'm usually always down on my own stuff. So I think I've gotten better than I started off with, but definitely. How did I discover that Toy Story 2 original soundtrack song? By playing the game Toy Story 2 on the PC, where you play as Buzz Lightyear going around. And I really like the soundtrack from that game, because it's a Disney game, and for some reason Disney games have brilliant soundtracks. Has anyone made puns out of your name? And, well, yeah, they have. Not really that many. I mean, Gibbontake, as in a monkey will take your stuff. That's pretty much the only one. Gibbontake is like George Takei, but me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know many puns about my name. Durkage asks, or Durkage asks, 1. Would you buy a Gibbontake plushie if such a thing existed? Could you please begin the process of manufacturing Gibbontake plushies so I can buy one? How much weight can you lift using only your moustache? Well, I definitely would buy a Gibbontake plushie if such a thing existed, unless it was like really expensive. But if the person made it of me, they might give it to me for free or a discount, which would be nice. Gibbontake plushies would be cool. But manufacturing them is very difficult. Pretty much all the plushies that exist made by the fandom are just hand-stitched or sewing machined, and it's, you know, one at a time, so it'd be hard to do that. How much weight can you lift on your moustache? Not much. I mean, I could, if I curl it up, hang on. No, I don't really think I can lift anything with it, but I can almost lift my hairband, which is kind of cool. Ponies and Tires asks, which came first, the chicken or the egg? I know this one. The egg, because the egg would have been, the first chicken egg would have been born from something that is not actually a chicken. It's just slightly not a chicken, which was the previous thing in the evolutionary cycle, so yeah. The first thing that you could consider a chicken came from an egg, which came from an animal which wasn't quite a chicken. Maxwell Fartman asks, when will MLP end? At least 5 years from now. Uncertainly asks, what got you into this fandom? Watching Daikike's YouTube poop Friendship is Magnets. The Pristine Eye asks, have you discovered it? Yes, whatever it is. Q-Dog for the Win asks, how long did it take to grow your moustache, beard and hair? My moustache and beard grew at the same time, of course, which took from October to now to get this long. Basically, they were sort of, I shaved, well, whatever. My hair, I don't remember when I started not cutting it, because I usually have kind of long hair, but this is the longest I've ever grown it. And I'm gonna cut it soon because it's getting hot. So it took longer than the beard to grow this hair, for sure. Tavi Garrett asks, what do you think of the people of America? Or America in general? Well, I don't like to generalize, but America is a big, a big country that has lots of money, and the majority of them are idiots. But that doesn't mean you're an idiot, or anybody reading or hearing this is an idiot. In fact, I'm pretty sure the majority of every country is idiots. It's just those few that are not. And even the idiots are kind of smart. It's just they're stupid in the wrong ways. But the stereotype is, of course, that they're all stupid and they're all fat, but I know only half of you are fat, or I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. I've never been there. Shamrock Surprise asks, what is the song? Mambo number 5. People have said this. James Barthélemy asks, Alicorn Big Macintosh. Discuss. No, because it's stupid. Guonam Fangsun asks, have you ever wanted to go Lomalamine? One of those questions. Yes. Cloud Cuckoo Country asks, can I borrow your brain? I need it for reasons. Sure, as long as I can have yours, because that would be better. Silverspawn asks, what is your least favourite MLP episode of all seasons and why? I don't know. Of season 4, it's, Power Ponies, but I can't I can't remember if there was an episode in the other seasons I didn't like that much, so... Probably Power Ponies, because it's a piece of shit. What's the worst movie you've ever seen? The Lorax was pretty shit. I think I've seen that. I know I've seen bits of it, and I hated it when it was on. No, what was it? That Clockwork Boy is like a steampunkish sort of town, and there's a clockwork boy and there's a girl. Was he a clockwork boy? There's a boy in a clock tower. There's something thing written by somebody who's, or directed by somebody who's kind of good at something, I don't know. I hated that because it was a piece of shit. That's why I hate it. What's your favourite character in Game of Thrones and why? I haven't watched Game of Thrones. What's your opinion about America's policy? Well, which one? There's lots of them. Would you rather have $1 million or a portal to Equestria that only you can use? What's the point of a portal that only I can use? I want my friends there. Your favourite band? Led Zeppelin. Your favourite album? Favourite album? My favourite album is not from my favourite band, it's actually from Pink Floyd. It's The Division Bell, because I just recently I've been really getting into that album. It's just so nice to listen to all the way through. It's one of those things, you know? An album is like a collection of songs, and my favourite album would be the one I enjoy listening to as a whole. And I know The Wall is good, and Dark Side of the Moon is also good, but at the moment it's Division Bell, which is my favourite. Do you like Friendship is Witchcraft? I've never really watched it, so I can't say at all. What is your biggest regret in life? I don't have one, I don't think. Nope, no regrets, you know. I'm in a pretty good spot, and I didn't do anything wrong, you know. I could have been better, but I didn't need to be happy, so why should I regret it? What's your second favourite character in Game of I don't like Game of Thrones. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen Game of Thrones. Mirren de Moon asks, 5 favourite albums. Well, Division Bell is one. I think what another good one is. Presence by Led Zeppelin is a great one. But no, is it my top 5? Hang on again. Let me just look at my musics. Try and think. Oh, I like Muse. The album was The Second Law by Muse. That's a good album. Arctic Monkeys AM is a good album. So that's 3. Is it 4? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have. I'm just gonna say 5 of my favorites. Okay, The White Album is a good one. Physical Graffiti is another one. The Division Bell, Build a Rocket Boys by Elbow, and probably, what was it called? Scroll, Showbiz? No, not Showbiz. Origin of Symmetry by Muse. Those are my top 5 albums that I can think of right this moment. It'll probably change, depending on which ones I can remember, but those are good albums. Geek of Kawaii asks, well, it's obviously like the Game Grumps. Who's your favourite Grump? Do you have Steam and would you like to play TF2 sometime in the Futru? Also, does one get into the cool inner circle of Gibbon's friends? Or how does one get into the cool inner circle of Gibbon's friends? And nice notes, my favourite Grump is John, but nowadays it's Ross. You may think, what? But yes, I'm pretty much Ross. I am Ross. That's how much I relate to him. So I like him a lot. In terms of just Game Grumps, it's probably equal. I don't really like Aaron over Danny, but yeah, they're still great. Do you have Steam and would you like to play TF2? Sure, but I'm not gonna tell ya. Haha. What my Steam is, that is. Also, how do I get in the cool inner circle of Gibbon's friends? I don't really think of my friends, the people I associate, as like a group. Like you have to try and gain entry, because I don't know. I talk to most people. It just depends on whether I like you. I mean, not even sometimes people just don't, you know, you're not compatible. And I'm quite a reserved sort of person. So I'm not really compatible with many people, but when I am, I'm big friends with them. I don't know what I mean by that. Has this whole thing been complete, horrible, terrible garbage? Yeah, it has. Aochi Hikino asks, what is your favourite non-pony related show, game, book, whatever? Well, that's a lot of things. Show, games, and books. Just lump one thing at the top of all those different things. And non-pony related. Well, at the moment, I guess my favourite whatever is Homestuck, so there's that. Sylvia Braginskaya asks, what is your favourite song from MLP Fim, and which season has been your favourite? I'm really bad at remembering names of things. I can't, we got to get this right. To get AMC, we can save the crystal ponies with a history. Whatever that song is called, Save the Crystal Ponies, probably. I like that one a lot. Smile's also good. And, the one with the starts with the do 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 do, stitch by stitch, stitching it together. Yabba dabba ding dong hoo dee dee. I'm a sewing pony. Rarity, 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 ding ding mamba wamba. That one. I like that one. I can't think of a favourite. Which season has been my favourite? Season 1234. Blue Rav 3 says, congrats on the subs. Here are my questions. What is your cutie mark and what does it mean? Favourite brony musician? What is something you would like to see happen in Season 5? Don't have a cutie mark. Doesn't mean anything. Favourite brony musician? Don't really know any of them, but I guess since technically Jesse makes brony music, then I like him and I listen to that, so Jesse Wood. There we go. He's my favourite brony musician. I haven't really listened to what Digi does, because it's very strange to me. What is something you would like to see happen in Season 5? I want an episode dedicated to Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. Just them. It's not about the CMC and them being bullied by Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. I want an episode about Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. Follow them around. Give them some character development. Mostly Diamond Tiara, because I prefer her, but give Silver Spoon something to do as well, you know? Just make it an interesting twist. A switcheroo. Leaf Power asks, Avatar: The Last Airbender? I say yes. That is a very good show. I enjoy it. I recommend it. I like it. Midnight_gear_ asks, have you heard of Michael Rosen? If so, what would you do with a bag of plums? I have heard of Michael Rosen. If I had a bag of plums... plums! I don't know. I like Michael. I know he's been in YouTube poops, but his actual videos on his YouTube channel, they're actually just nice to listen to. You put them in the background. Just play the whole thing. Michael Rosen, Artifice Design, .youtube.com/. Go look at it. He's a guy who basically tells stories and poetry for children. And the reason he's become like a funny YouTube poop guy source is because he's got a funny face and he's very expressive with his sounds. He's great though. Centerpoint360 asks, what do you do beyond your MLP/YouTube life? Well, I think about other things, I suppose. Most of the time I'm thinking about YouTube videos and getting all the stuff I want to do done slowly, because I don't do things very quickly, but I play games. I mean, I don't know. It's not really that much. I'm just a regular human. But I want to keep my old name asks, nigga, why are you so hairy? Well, you see, it just falls out of my head and my chin, and I don't know what to do, so I don't cut it off. Jacob Keith SP-FX asks, do you watch Doctor Who? Yes, I do. I watch all the Doctor Who, because it comes on TV, and I watch it. If I had to look for it on the internet, I don't know whether I would. Necomaster1000 asks, will you still be accepting pony fan art? I was going to upload my Rainbow Power version of Gibbon after your Equestria Games review, but it looks like I'm fucked now. Also, do you plan to return once Season 5 starts? Good luck on your future ambitions. Of course I like pony fan art. I'm not going to say I'm not part of the pony stuff anymore. I don't want any fan art. No, I do. I love fan art. You know, just because I've stopped doesn't mean Gibbontake doesn't exist anymore. I'm not going to take those videos down or anything. Keep posting the fan art. I'll enjoy it. You know, it's so flattering to see that. You know, you people with your drawing skills. Most of them better than me. But, you're not fucked. I mean, if I ever do make another review, I'll just put new fan art in that. Like I have been with anything else. Although, if you make fan art of me just so that I can plug it... actually, no, nobody does that. Nobody would do that. But if you do, I'll plug you anyway, I don't mind. And I don't really plan to return once Season 5 starts, but it might happen. That's just how it's been. I Watch Videos 4321 asks, how would you describe your smell? Well, right now, it's deodorant, because I put some on because I had to go outside to meet some Australians in London. Catty J98 asks, when are you ever shaving /cutting that ridiculous hair of yours? Soon, I guess. Maybe the next time you see my face, I'll have short hair and no beard, and it'll be, whoa, who's this guy? Whoa, oh, steady on there, you know? Lethal Aurora Mage asks, touch face with a little face, with a thing. Sure. Touch, I can't remember how this goes. I touch you? No, you touch my face. Well, here. You did it. Murderous Eagle asks, what toppings do you like on your burgers? For this purpose, LSD counts as a topping. LSD? Who would eat LSD as with a burger? It's a waste of a burger. You want to have the burger first, and then take the LSD, so that the taste of the burger is, you know, you can appreciate it. But, I like ketchup. I like onions sometimes. I like chili sauce. I like lettuce. I don't really like that much in my burgers. I just like lettuce for some crunch, if the bread isn't crunchy. The burger, obviously. And yeah, spicy sauce, spicy tomato something or other. I don't usually like cucumber or cheese or tomato, so that's it. Simple burger. Zoe Schaefer asks, do you have a special somepony? Nope. Tell276 asks, what else are you going to do with this channel since you're done with analysis, compilations, whatever it's done? LD Master Sean, what? LD Master Shwayun asks, what are you majoring in? I don't know whether you call it majoring in where I'm from. I've heard majoring is a thing, like your major subject. Well, I've only got one subject. Does that mean I'm majoring in it, or does it just mean I'm doing it? I'm doing animation at university. It's a 3-year course, and I'm on the 2nd year, come September. Loki Sullivan asks, what fandoms do you reside within, besides MLP of course? Any fandoms that annoy you, or any that scare you? No fandom scares me, really. Because I haven't heard of the really weird ones, I guess. Things like Whovians and supernatural people, and you know, I've been on Tumblr. I know a lot of these things. I'm part of Homestuck, and no fandoms annoy me either, because they're just fandom. Well, I mean, all fandoms annoy me at some point, but it's not the fandom. It's just some people within a fandom, i.e., some people annoy me. Fandoms have really nothing to do with it. Joey Gurin asks, are you going to review Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail? Do girls go to the bathroom? How dare you mention that you probably won't review Season 5? Fuck you. Do you like Belgian waffles? Review Monty Python. I'm not going to review Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail, unless I am, because I'd not gotten a request to do that before, and I never even thought about it. But what could I say, you know? It's funny. I like it. Do girls go to the bathroom? No, they go to freshen up, or something. How dare you mention that you probably won't review Season 5? Fuck you. That's not a question. Do you like Belgian waffles? I don't know. Review Monty Python, not a question. Panda the Person asks, why is a duck when it flies? What is it? I've gotten multiple questions with ducks, multiple questions with bananas. Is there something about this that I just don't know? Is this like it's like whenever there's a Q&A, there's got to be duck and banana questions. What is this? And why are they silly questions? Why aren't they simple, like, actual questions like, why does a duck have 2 legs instead of 3? Because that's a real question. Why doesn't a duck have 3 legs? He could use the extra, you know, swimming power. Because look how slow they go, waddling. They could use 3 legs. Jacob Sublet asks, what will become of Gibbon during the off-season? Maybe fanworks? Fanworks are some sort of a thing. I'm not necessarily planning any collabs with anybody, but fanworks, there's a fanwork that I'm working on, but it's not really pony related, it just has Gibbon in it. Have I already mentioned this? I'm doing a Homestuck parody with Gibbon. Once I've done a few panels and I'm getting into the groove of it, I might make a video directing you to it if you want to know. But yeah, that'll be cool. Diego Alan Torres 69 asks, do you consider this fandom revolutionary yet? Not revolutionary. I think it's just very loud. It's not. It's changed a few people's perceptions, because pretty much everybody who is a brony now probably didn't expect to be so open towards such a girly thing, and now we all like pink ponies. You know, we're all okay with going to the pink aisle to get the pony toys. I mean, many of us are. You know, I'm no longer. I wasn't really. Well, I don't know. Was I weird about things like that? Maybe. Maybe broniness has made me less conscientious of wearing pink. But I don't have any pink things anyway, so I don't know. It's not revolutionary, but it's changed a few people's lives, so I guess that's pretty cool. James O'Brien, James O'Byrne, asks, what's an episode you hate with every fibre of your being? Well, the closest thing to that is Power Ponies. Mostly because of the fucking... if you watch my review, it's of that, it seems like I'm just being silly, but I really don't like it. 9 Mishi asks, what is your favourite show other than MLP? My favourite show... it would probably be Rick and Morty, actually. I've watched the whole of that, and it's just so funny. And so, I mean, it's sort of on par with Bravest Warriors and Adventure Time, in terms of cool stuff. And random, well not random, just wacky humour. But Rick and Morty's, like, really cool. And it's on the internet for free, so you may as well just watch it. It's on a website called somethingorother.com. It may not actually be a real website. Red Engineer asks, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? You know, 100 duck-sized horses, there's a lot of them. I don't like swarms of things. With 1 horse-sized duck, you know, sure, it's a giant duck, but if you tame it, you've got a chocobo, you know? You've got a duck that you can ride into battle. Or, if you can't tame it, you can, you know, put it in a fence, or put it in a cage, or you could lasso it, you know? You got tranquilizers, you can call the police. If you call the police saying I've got tiny little duck-sized horses going around, people would laugh at you. But if they're biting you, and they're causing annoyance, you want to get rid of them. But if you kick them, people will be like, oh no, they're cute, how dare you do that? But with a horse-sized duck, it's an abomination. So either tame it, or, you know, call the police and then they'll come and tranquilize it and then you'll be fine. If you had to literally fight it though, still the horse-sized duck, because I could dodge a horse-sized duck charging at me, hopefully. With little duck-sized horses, that would just be annoying. I'd rather have an epic battle than an annoying little bunch of... I mean, it's 100 of them. I mean, even if you fought 100 of anything, it's a lot. 100 flies is a lot to fucking deal with. 100 duck-sized things attacking you, I wouldn't be able to. But just 1 horse-sized duck. I mean, I'm pretty sure 100 duck-sized horses would make up more space than 1 horse-sized duck. Can you fit 100 ducks in a horse? That is what I'm saying. Can you? Oh, I don't know. J.M. Mitchell asks, what did you want to be when you were a kid? When I was a kid, I wanted to invent a hovermobile, and then build a space station like the one in Ratchet & Clank, and just live up there with all my stuff. And that would be my place. So, kind of ridiculous, but I really like that idea. And it's very, you know, in-depth. I have drawings, I think, somewhere, of my plans. Paint Splash asks, you and Drowning in Horseshoes ever gonna drink together? Yeah, next Horsecast I'll get some cider or something. I never really drink on the Horsecast. Maybe if I drink, I'll be more talkative, who knows. None of your business asks, how big is space? Who is best horse? How do you draw hair? Space is as big as you like. There's plenty of space. Who is best horse? Probably the Saddle Arabians, because they're the only ones that look like horses, as opposed to ponies. And how do you draw hair? Well, first you put your pen on where the head is, and you draw a line, and you draw it outwards, and then you go back to the head with another pen, or the same pen, and draw another line, and continue until you have 10,000 lines coming off the head, and that's how you draw hair. Jacob MLP asks, what's your favourite type of cookie? Chocolate chip. Wick Dagler asks, Matrix or Fight Club? I haven't watched The Matrix, and I haven't watched Fight Club actually either, so I can only go on what one seems more interesting and cool, and I think Fight Club would be cooler. If I'm wrong, tell me so, but don't tell me, just say, fuck off, Gibbon. You're a piece of shit, you don't like X, or Y. CSum90 asks, could you walk us through your editing process? How long does it take to edit a video? How did you learn to edit? Did you teach yourself, take classes, or have a friend show you how? I did teach myself. There were a few things I learned from my brother, but he figured them out on his own. So it's basically just me and my brother, but, you know, teaching each other certain things. How long does it take to edit a video? Depends on the video, of course. If it's a review, it probably takes longer than it should. I mean, if you're an editor, it's hard to... I mean, it's like saying how long does it take to paint a picture. I mean, it depends on the painting. It's kind of difficult to just say, yeah, it usually takes this amount of time. If I'm doing the same sort of video again and again and again and again, then I'll be able to tell you. But they're usually kind of different lengths each time, and I have different things in them, and sometimes I put really elaborate stuff in them, and sometimes I don't, so it just depends on what I'm doing. And could I walk us through the editing process? Well, you open the editor, you get the OC, you get the footage from the show, you get your recorded thing from Audacity, and you just put them all together. Smush them in the right area. Usually you wouldn't make it up as you go along, unless you're great at editing like me. But a lot of the edits I do are premeditated. Like, not a lot of them, but like the big things, like I'll do this and that, and then the occasional silly little movement of something would just be on the fly, for no reason, really. Just to make it look more alive. Jacob MLP again asks, why do you continuously bring yourself down when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus people love to watch your videos? I don't know, I guess I'm just a cynical downer person. I mean, you know, it's one of those things. The human brain is more. What's the thing I heard? I heard that people not enjoy, but they actively look more interested. They're actively more interested in finding out the bad news rather than the good news. Which is why the news is always like, 100 people died today. What a shame. And everyone's like, oh no, the world's going to end. So I guess I'm just pessimistic and cynical, and I look down on myself because I know, really, that even though I've got a bunch of people who like me, doesn't mean that they're right. I know that sounds kind of weird, like I'm telling you you're all wrong for enjoying me, but it's sometimes true.